The Gamasutra job board is the most diverse, active and established board of its kind for the video game industry. Here is just one of the many positions being advertised right now. Location: San Rafael, California. Ascendant Studios is a brand new AAA video game studio located in downtown San Rafael, in the heart of the San Francisco Bay Area. Founded by industry veterans of such games as Dead Space, Call of Duty, Ultra, and Telltale's The Walking Dead, Ascendant Studios is striving to create games that are original and groundbreaking. We combine deep industry knowledge with strong innovation and a fierce creative spirit. Ascendant Studios is looking for an animator to help bring our first title to life. This is a full-time, on-site position at our office in San Rafael, California. Our ideal applicant has a solid animation background, paired with strong technical ability and pipeline knowledge. Prior work in games is required, and experience with Unreal Engine would be a big plus. Key responsibilities. Requirements. Good to have. Interested? Apply now. Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, or just seeing what's out there, the Gamasutra job board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's job board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Looking for a new job? Get started here. Are you a recruiter looking for talent? Post jobs here. China announced that it approved 80 new game releases in late December, signaling the first wave of media authorized by the Online Games Ethics Committee. However, the list of approved titles does not seem to include any releases from Chinese tech giant Tencent. This report comes a few weeks after Chinese regulators began reviewing games submitted under license consideration in China, moving forward to end the licensing freeze that had halted game approvals for the majority of 2018. As reported by Reuters, these approved titles, listed on the website of the State Administration of Press, Publication, Radio, Film and Television, did not include games from industry leader Tencent. The freeze has negatively impacted the company, and despite mobile revenue on the rise, the company has lost more than $200 billion of its overall value. Tencent began testing facial recognition to verify player identities, and even restrict playtime in an attempt to appease the Online Games Ethics Committee, which was created to address concerns from Chinese officials who fear that video games are sparking addiction and impacting the productivity of the country's youth. Regulators have also prevented Tencent from monetizing popular games that were already on the market in China, including Fortnite and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The Gamasutra job board is the most diverse, active and established board of its kind for the video game industry. Here is just one of the many positions being advertised right now. Location: San Francisco, California. MethodXP is currently looking for a graphics engineer at its San Francisco office. Our dedicated team of immersive experience designers, artists and developers work with the world's leading brands and content partners to redefine what's possible in content, communication and commerce, whether for mobile, PC or console, entertainment, healthcare or education. Our real-time CG and live-action specialists create breathtaking interactive worlds that test the limits of imagination and immersion. Responsibilities. Requirements. Interested? Apply now. Whether you are just starting out, looking for something new, are just seeing what's out there. The Gamasutra job board is the place where game developers move ahead in their careers. Gamasutra's job board is the most diverse, most active, and most established board of its kind in the video game industry, serving companies of all sizes, from indie to AAA. Looking for a new job? Get started here. Are you a recruiter looking for talent? Post jobs here. Escape from talk of developer Battlestate Games has issued 47 DMCA claims against YouTubers, erratic, overspreading incorrect information, and expressing overall negativity about their game. This is not the first time DMCA notices have been used as a way for developers to remove content that express a particular view, with FIRAWATCHDEVELOPACAMPO issuing a takedown last year, albeit under different circumstances. This is pretty notable, as it seems most DMCA notices usually revolve around piracy, copyright, or unfair use of content for monetization, not over false information. As reported by Polygon, Battlestate Games claims they had no other choice but to file a takedown against Erratic for reportedly uploading inaccurate video, claiming that user information, including passwords and personal information, had been leaked from the company databases. The studio claimed the misinformation was damaging to the company. The reason why we acted so strong and so quick is that we had to stop this misinformation about the data leak. A representative of Battlestate's public relations team told Polygon the videos are no longer available on YouTube following the claims. Andrew Opticus since tweeted explaining that at least 47 of his videos have DMCA claims against them. Battlestate claims they were justified in filing all these claims because of negative hype being expressed in the videos. However, it's worth noting that BATTLASTATEKNEW only 2 of Erratic's videos contain rumors of a security breach. The other 40+ videos it filed DMCA claims against were pulled because of their tone. We had to use this tool in order to stop the wave of misinformation. Going forward, rather than issuing DMCA claims in the future, the Battlestate representative said they will employ more traditional lawsuits for things like defamation instead. It's not about making content, they continued. It's about false accusations. It's about lies. It's about misinformation. We do not want to scare off anybody. It was applied to only this person, and only in this case. Clyde Mandoin is a professional translator, game programmer, Legends of Localization founder, Animator CX co-host. A game developer friend of mine recently hired a translation agency to translate his latest game into Japanese. I offered to skim through it and make sure everything was okay, and it turned out to be a sheer disaster. So I thought do write up a quick article for gamers and game developers who have dreams of releasing stuff in Japan someday. There's a common assumption that when you translate something from English into another language, there should not be any English left when you are done. Otherwise it would be an incomplete translation, right? And do you feel like you got cheated out of the money you spent on translation, right? If you are translating into Japanese, that assumption is wrong. English makes up a significant portion of the Japanese language today, and on top of that, English has been a major part of Japanese video games since the very beginning. Because of this long-lived connection between video games and English, Japanese gamers expect a certain level of English in their games. So when a game features no English at all, it feels very weird and awkward. This expectation and acceptance of English especially applies to menus, messages to the players, and other user interface text. If you are not familiar with how Japanese works, the two examples above might not seem out of place. But keep in mind that Japanese games regularly look like this. Lots of English on this selection screen. This is kind of similar to Problem Pumpkin 1, but not exactly the same. If you have never listened to Japanese video game voice acting, or listened to Japanese anime, you have probably heard characters shout words in sort of garbled English when doing special moves. For instance, we have all heard CHNRACTE and RESSHOUTS magic spell names using phonetic English. In those cases, the developer's code V easily used the Japanese words for firebolt, eruption,